Hi everybody, today I'm going to be talking about this. This is one of my me-made May makes for May 2019. And this is the Butterick 5030 wrap dress pattern. It's a pretty great pattern, I will say that. I have it on, but I need to adjust the hooks and eye because there's a hook and eye inside, and then there's one on the side, and then there's a belt. So that's the only fitting complaint that I even have. I made a size 10 bodice, but I think I probably should have done a 12 because it's slightly tight in the shoulders. And then I put, I graded out to a size 12 on the skirt, 12 or 14 on the skirt, I can't remember. What did I put? 14 on the skirt. Okay, so this fabric is a polyester crepe, it's called. I got it from Minerva Crafts. They gave it to me as part of their makers team. And so I used that for most of it, but then I realized that I didn't have enough for this left panel skirt piece, so I went to Joann's and just bought some black polyester, and then I didn't have enough either for the sash, so I made the belt out of the black, and I think it is kind of cool. I like the black panel and then the black sash, and then because the V is just way too deep and open, I have a black little camisole underneath. So I think, you know, it works, it goes together. The facing likes to kind of pop out, so I have to fiddle with it, but I think once I adjust my hooks and eyes, it'll work out in the end. Maybe this would even be better if I had the size 12 bodice like I had mentioned. Let me spin around here so you can see. I love the fabric. I will say that you have to be very careful with it because if you need to rip out a seam, it can kind of, you know how like nylons, what's that word? They kind of run. This fabric will run if you're not careful, but otherwise it's great, and just be careful, that's all I'm saying. It's really soft, it feels great to wear, it's comfortable, and I really like the pattern. It's like cheetah and what is it, like reptilian, the blend of the animal print on here. And then the cuff on this guy here, it pulls up, so you could see though that my serging, I was lazy and I used white serging. But if you tack it down by hand, it's fine and you won't see it. So I did start a sew along for this dress, and I put 2 parts of it up thinking I would complete it, but honestly it just wasn't up to my standard and quality, so I took the 2 parts down. I don't think anybody was following it up to this point, and I will try a sew along with something that's not so involved for my first one, because I think this one was a little bit ambitious with like the collars and the way this went together and this, and it's just, I need to start out small and learn how to do it and master before I start getting all crazy. So this was my first make. This is Butterick 5030, and I'm going to put the pants on that I made and show you those. Next I have NewLook, well, it's the display, so I'll have to, NewLook 6455. I hate that they changed the display numbers and it's different than what the pattern really is. This one is really great. I'm using a chambray fabric that I bought somewhere, who knows where. It's just it's so easy to sew this. It's just tie front, that's all that it is. And then you use what is this called? A Petersham waist stay. So it's just a piece of ribbon in the back just to give it some stability up there. The directions are a little weird though, because this part only has a 3/8 seam allowance, and you're only supposed to use a 3/8 piece of Petersham ribbon, and I have a 7/8 piece. So, and then with this, you're also only working with 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, but as you can see, I did not follow the rules. I think what I would do is I would change this, like give myself more seam allowance. So I would add, so I would have 5/8 total to work with, and then I would use 5/8 of a Petersham ribbon back here. So then that way when it all comes together, it's much more smoother. I really don't know how else to explain it. It's just, that would be my tip. And then I added these extra stitches, just the way I constructed it, because I needed to like sew this down, and then I had 2 rows of stitches just to make it really secure. So I didn't add a third there. Whatever. I just was messing around with this pattern, and it actually really is easy once you figure out what to do with all of this. But it's so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Part of that is, of course, the fabric, and then just have the ease of them. I really love it. I did a size, I think, 12 at the waist, and then I graded out to a 14 at the hips. This, as you can see, there's a lot of room here. So they're supposed to be baggy. But these are awesome, and I'm going to make them again, but I'm going to adjust it so I'm using 5/8 of the Petersham and then add some more seam allowance, because just when you have 3/8, it's only allowing you to fold it over once, and then you have this raw edge. Otherwise you have like some serging, and you don't want that to show, so you need enough so you can fold it over twice. Lesson learned. I will make these again, and I will also make view B, which is the shorts version, because I made the version that she's wearing, in view A. So yeah, I think these 2 patterns are awesome. So 2 for 2 this month, and I'm not going to take these off. I'm just going to, I just love them. So thanks for watching for my Me Made May 2019, and we have an interloper here. Check that guy out.